Madden is here to stay and will continue to be the exclusive and only action simulation NFL game on the market. If you were hoping for the grand return of NFL 2K, or NFL Game Day, or NFL Fever, or NFL Quarterback Club, or NFL Blitz, well, you'd sadly be mistaken. While this was expected, it still sucks to hear. I had more hope than ever before that this deal wouldn't happen, but I still thought this was the most likely outcome. But for a bit, we had some hope. EA's old deal with the NFL was set to expire at the end of this year, making Madden 26 essentially a contract year release, hence why it seemed like EA added a little extra this year to make the game better. Historically, EA and the NFL have extended their deal years in advance, so this deal happening at the last second was an interesting sign at first. Most likely, however, this was because EA was in the process of being sold, which is a whole other story. Back in July, Mike Straw of Insider Gaming first reported that an agreement was in place between EA and the NFL to keep Madden as the exclusive Sim NFL licensed video game. I saw that report and still hoped it wouldn't happen, but Mike Straw is never wrong with his reporting, and here we are. EA Sports and the NFL have agreed to a multi-year extension through the 2030 NFL season. That means we'll be getting Madden 27 through 31 until there is even an opportunity for competition to return. Madden, as regular viewers of my channel are aware, has regressed heavily since losing competition, and today the game is a hollow shell of what it once was, only now it has 4K textures, HDR, and pay-to-win online game modes. The hope was that if we pushed hard enough, the NFL could have not renewed their license with EA and instead allowed other companies to make competing games. And this competition would ideally result in not only a better Madden due to the hypothetical pressure, but also more options for consumers in general. It was reported that EA actually offered to sign a non-exclusive extension. Before you start calling EA the good guys, however, EA only offered that because they believed no other company would bother to compete with them, as it costs a ton of money to create a new, licensed football game. So they figured they could save money on the license and still have no competition. The NFL declined as they should because they wanted EA to pay the full exclusive price. Had there actually been potential competitors pitching to the NFL, perhaps this would have gone differently, but with EA as the only actual option, it makes sense why the NFL would decline the smaller payment for a non-exclusive deal. All they want is money at the end of the day. What about that old NFL 2K game that was announced back in 2020, if you guys remember? That never released. We did get Wild Card Football, an NFLPA licensed football game with real players but fictional teams, and it was developed by the same team that made NBA 2K Playgrounds. But it's unclear if that game started out as that NFL 2K game, and it's already dead and removed from online marketplaces. 2K did release a mobile NFL game called NFL 2K Playmakers, but that has also shut down, and it didn't have real gameplay, only cutscenes that played out after you played a card. So 2K did attempt to make NFL games, whether Wild Card Football was once that NFL 2K console game or not, as they also made Playmakers, but both games failed, and 2K doesn't seem at all interested in making a football game now. As much as we want competition, it seems like no company is willing to fight EA to provide it, so Madden's monopoly remains ever present. So what can you do about it? Step 1, don't buy new Madden games. Lower sales can only help. Although, with more kids buying and playing video games than ever before, us OGs boycotting the games might not make a dent, but at the end of the day, it's worth a shot, especially if you don't enjoy the new Madden games anyways. Step 2 would be to play retro sports games to pass the time. Now is a great time to buy a PS2, an original Xbox, or something like a Steam Deck or even a computer where you can go back and play all the classics. As bad as the modern landscape is for sports games, at least great games do exist and are more accessible than ever before with emulation. Some are even modded. Imagine if we lived in a world where sports games have always sucked. The good news is we don't, and all those 2000s classics still hold up well today. ESPN NFL 2K5, any PS2 era Madden title, All Pro Football 2K8, Backbreaker, NCAA Football 06, and so many more great football games exist and can still hold you over today, all the way until 2031. And for step 3, I will continue to review these games and compare them to the past to hold EA accountable and give you guys reviews you can actually trust in a landscape dominated by sponsored, compromised, and frankly uninformed voices. Now, there is always the chance we get another game like Wildcard Football, for what it's worth. That game was licensed by the NFLPA, so it had real players, just not real teams. This appears to still be an option, although details are sparse. The NFLPA was not part of EA's exclusive extension, and is negotiated separately, and historically is not exclusive to EA. So we could get a game using real players, simulation or arcade, but only if a company finds potential in doing so, which currently seems unlikely. So is this good or bad news for Madden? It's obviously bad news. It's really bad. Without competition, EA has no incentive to try, and Madden will likely continue to slightly tweak the online meta each year while drip-feeding old recycled features back to their audience, which is growing younger and younger. And ESPN NFL 2K5 will still remain supreme. A game from 2004 will continue to be the standard. If Madden randomly becomes a great game and surpasses it, I will give it its flowers, but it seems unlikely unless the gameplay is rebuilt from scratch, which EA has very little incentive to do after signing this deal. So yeah, we're cooked. I'm not even mad at this point, I'm numb to it. I was hoping for a miracle, as a lot of you also likely were. We didn't get one, so now I shrug as the status quo continues. Hopefully one day, we'll get a great NFL video game again, a new standard that blows 2K5 and any other football game ever made away. Until that day comes, I'll be right here, reviewing these games until we get greatness, or until I die. Thanks for watching.